The Center for Journalism and Mass Communication, Vishwa Bharati, in collaboration with the German foundation FES, has been organizing a series of workshops on social communication. The venue was Indira Gandhi Center for National Integration. The first workshop was organized from 28th to 22nd February of this year, which focused on print media, and this one, being the second in series, was organized to focus on audio-visual media. The objective of the workshop is to enhance the quality and quantity of rural reporting in different forms of media. The rural journalists and the budding scrubs are being sensitized for the purpose in this workshop.
When we are talking about engineering social development, how do we really go about social development in rural areas, and what role a powerful medium like television can play? This is the major objective of this kind of workshop.
And these series of workshops have been organized keeping in view a larger concept, that is social engineering. And we have to decide now if media can play a role in social engineering for bringing about a visible, tangible and plausible change in the larger context of the society.
So I think that is also a part of the media which helped us very much in highlighting the works which we have done at that time.
I would also like to welcome to my colleagues, students, staffs of both CGMC and IGCNI.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome all individuals from within the university and outside, participants, friends from media, and my dear students, to this sacred 3-day workshop of this year on social communication entitled Communication Engineering Social Development, How and Wherefore.
প্রাণের সেজে মিলিয়েছে এক তাদের মধ্যে, প্রাণের সঙ্গে প্রাণের সেজে মিলিয়েছে এক তাদের মধ্যে, ভাইয়ের সঙ্গে ভাইকে সেজে করেছে এক মন আমাদের শান্তি নিকেতন। আমাদের শান্তি নিকেতন।
Apart from the eminent personalities addressing the workshop in the inaugural and valedictory sessions, a group of hardcore professionals from the mainstream media also addresses the workshop and share their experiences.
যদিও এটা ভিজুয়াল মিডিয়া, কিন্তু আমার চোখে না দেখলেও চলবে, আমার কানে শোনাটা মানে অডিও ভিডিও একটা জিনিস, কিন্তু আমাদের এখানে যেটা লেখা হয়েছে সেটা হচ্ছে ভিজুয়াল মিডিয়া, কিন্তু একটা জিনিস খেয়াল রাখবেন, কিন্তু এটা কিন্তু অডিও ভিজুয়াল মিডিয়া।
Globalization একটা এখনকার reality. Globalization is really today. We can escape from it. If you find it boring, most of you find it boring, just let me know.
তাহলে আমাদের একটা বুঝতে হবে who do the mainstream media speak of, মানে কার কথা বলে। স্বামীজি যা বলতেন তাদের কথা কি সত্যি, যারা 70% মানুষ গ্রামে বাস করে তাদের কথা কি সত্যি আমরা বলি? But how much coverage is given to them in mainstream media?
The main objective of FES is to strengthen democracy, work for peace, and also strive for social justice. So when we talk about social justice, we think of a large percentage of people
deprived, marginalized communities living in rural areas basically. And knowing the fact that the media gives very little coverage to rural issues, social problems in rural areas, we feel that there is a need for orientation programs for journalists, those who are working or those who are likely to become journalists. They need to be sensitized about the problems of rural areas so that when they actually go to the field, they keep this as a priority area in their mind. We can simply try for it. And we hope that once they are sensitized, once they are given some kind of skills as to how to make rural reporting more interesting to read and more interesting to see on television, we feel that the coverage of rural issues will automatically increase. So with this main objective in mind, we have been organizing such programs on rural reporting. We have this series of workshops here in Shantiniketan. We have a series of workshops going on in Bhubaneswar with NISWAS, where we are giving training to so-called grassroots communicators. We have got similar kind of programs in Rajasthan. There we have tied up with one particular Hindi daily, and all their rural reporters are given this kind of a training as to how to make their stories more interesting to read so that they can find place in the newspapers. This workshop in Shantiniketan, we had the first one on print media, second one on television medium, and maybe we'll have another one on radio exclusively because radio has a much better reach and penetration in rural areas. So like this, with this main objective, we feel that we'll be able to give adequate coverage to social problems, which will finally lead to social development in rural areas.
As part of the program, the participants are taken to the field trip to get a first-hand exposure of rural reporting. They are also exposed to the state-of-art and production facilities to come out with a quality output.
Once it is cut on beats, এখন এটাকে চেঞ্জ করতে গেলে আমাদের ডেলিভারেবিলিটিটা খুব জরুরি। মানে মিউজিকের বিটটার সাথে না এই বিটটাতে এখন তো বিটে কেটে ফেলেছে এগুলো বোঝো।
Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore wanted here in Vishwabharati not only the educational empowerment, he wanted the entire upliftment of the surrounding areas of Shantiniketan. So just we kept that in mind, and along with Frederick Ebert Stiftung, we are organizing 4 workshops this year on social development, social communication rather, entitled Communications Engineering Social Development, How and Wherefore. In the last month, we have organized our first workshop on social communication. The focus of that workshop was on print communication in rural area. This time, our focus is on visual communication. So we want to enhance the communication skill of some of the rural journalists, those who are working here, and our students, some of our students, how to communicate the rural mass and how to portray the picture of rural area. I hope our students will learn some technical things, as well as they'll be given some theoretical inputs by the resource persons, and the rural communicators, those who are working, they will communicate our resource persons, and through their interaction our students will learn more.